Tinubu to spend 1.3 billion naira on ministers designate for accommodation amid economic crunch. They have to settle them first now. So the Nigerian citizens, nothing for you. They are most important. They are the ones who are important. So Nigerians can continue to sacrifice and just be patient. Just be patient. Everything will be all right. Nigerians are just too in a hurry. But these ones, their needs will be attended to first. The ministers, the so-called, what do they call them? Governors, commissioners, the presidents and the vice presidents, all the politicians, their needs must be attended to first. If it remains, fine. If nothing is remaining, Nigerians should be able to bear. They have been bearing since 1960. This is the same story they tell them year in, year out. Yeah, but Tinubu is to spend 1.3 billion in 4 years in housing allowances for the newly appointed ministers. APC supporters will tell you, say, hey, how much is this safe? And they will come and tell you how much is even 1.3 billion. That's it. We even solve the problem of Nigerians. That's what they will tell you. This comes despite the economic crunch facing Nigerians, resulting in the removal of fuel subsidy by the government to save more funds for development. Of course, they said they've saved 1.31 trillion or so. I think so those money will be used for all these politicians. According to a report by Sunday Punch, it will cost the country about 343.25 million naira annually to provide accommodation for the ministers in the Federal Capital Territory. Sahara reporters had reported that the Senate Nigeria's upper legislative chamber confirmed 45 President Tinubu's 48 nominees for ministerial positions after its completed screening. During the screening, 3 ministerial nominees were dropped. They are former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir Rufai, former executive director of business development, Nigeria Export-Import Bank, Mrs. Stella Ukutiti from Delta, and a nominee from Taraba State, Danladi Abubakar. The president on Wednesday unveiled the portfolios of the ministers and are expected to be inaugurated on Monday, which is tomorrow. Today is 20th and tomorrow is 21st. However, the rejected ministerial nominees are expected to be replaced. So with that amount, that annual allocation of 343 million in 4 years, the federal government will spend 1.37 billion on the 45 ministers designate accommodation. According to the report, the allowances are based on data collected or collated from a document obtained from the website of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. It covers allowances for accommodation 200% of basic salary, domestic staff 75% of basic salary, utilities 30% of basic salary, and furniture 300% of basic salary. So they are not going to be spending any money. A lot of things will still be involved. Forget to, unlike other allowances paid monthly, furniture allowance is usually paid once in 4 years. According to the list of the ministers' portfolio, 13 of the nominees were appointed ministers of state, while some new ministries were also created. The ministers and their portfolio are as follows. Okay, let me not bore you with all of those things. The bottom line is that they are going to, all those money that they have mentioned, this is what they are going to give to them. So how do you expect such person or such people to know what is happening in the country, that things are expensive? You talk about fuel. What is their business with fuel or accommodation or food and all of that? It's none of their business now. Why are you talking? And they will see cut corners. I beg you. I say I beg you, may they leave matter for matter. Yeah, now so we go the rule. This is how they have been doing from time immemorial. So it is no big deal. You see them coming out to justify it. The ones that were paid heavily during the last administration, even Goodluck Jonathan administration, at the end of the day, put all of them together. Beautiful nonsense. Where is the country? So you begin to ask yourself, all this money being paid to these people, so what did they bring out? Nigerians, especially non-politicians, have entered Shege Banza. Now soon now. No, let them be praying. It will favor me. These are the people it favors. They'll say, Igbos, they not give them positions. Even if they give all the Igbos, let's even assume say Tinubu decided to say, oh, okay, I'm just going to be a nice person. All the politicians in Igbos, or maybe 70% of the minister slots will be given to Igbos, or 80% will be given to Igbos. What that one? That want to help you, an Igbo man? Because that's what I'm asking. How is it going to help you, an Igbo man on the streets? Because they give you your people many state appointments or whatever. Is that what we are talking about? So it's always also applicable to all those who are just shouting, yes, yeah, you have to play politics of inclusiveness. Now when are they play, so who are the people benefiting? No, is it not the children of this minister that will enjoy? You will continue to lament. They will see these guys, they will not even protest, everything will just be paid to them. But you are going to talk. See the 8,000 naira which they say they won't pay. They don't mago. Now they say they are going to pay 5 billion. That 5 billion they are going to pay, billion naira they are going to pay to each state. If it go even reach you, it go be 1,500 naira, which you are not even gonna get. Oh, virtually all the ministers have houses in Abuja, even if they don't even get where they where they can live and do the job. We can't tow the part of the last administration. You can't tow what? Person will tell you say now, so you go sit, you go continue from there. So were you sleeping? Were you dreaming when he was saying it? Were you in trance? Era of evil fews enjoying over the righteous many. These governments will favor us all though. Since this man and women already have accommodations and their state governors are paying them pensions, they should see the appointments as a sacrifice. He be giving it to us. Yes, let's be hearing all this since the president said he would continue where former president stops, and he's doing exactly what he said like this. So make una no complain, Jare. Abi, yeah. Even when some of them have mansions in Abuja, does not matter. This government will favor me and my family as jump into the lagoon. I beg, wait till they happen inside Aso Rock. Because they don't cash out again. I know if not by God's grace, nothing good will come out of this country. May God help us. Agbero government by the government, and for the government, may Peter Obi succeed. The expenses incurred on ministers' accommodation is too much. If truly they want to serve us, Mr. President should mandate all state governors. Tinubu, where they collect Tinubu, they collect a pension for Lagos as when he was governor. So what are we talking about? This was Agbado talking about Tinubu should do what? No, never know nada. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.